everyone, it's Gwen from Hummingbird Tarot, and today I'm doing another in the series of RWS verses, and this is the Golden Universal Tarot versus the Universal Weight Tarot deck. For those of you who haven't seen this before, I like to compare a deck that is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith against a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just to see where the images are similar and where they're different. I typically do this myself every time I get a new deck, and I thought it would be interesting to share. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified every week when I upload a new video. You'll probably notice the side of these cards are black. I did actually color those in. The deck doesn't come that way. It comes with your standard color of white, whatever the cardstock color was. I do really like what it looks like black. I think it makes it seem a little more seamless and much more finished. And yeah, I really like the way that turned out. So the Golden Universal Tarot deck comes in your typical tuck box, just like the Universal Weight. And the box is a little thinner than the Universal Weight. This deck, the cardstock, is just a little thinner than the Universal Weight, which is already fairly thin. You get your typical low scarabeo little white book in multiple languages, so you're not going to get anything more than just keywords. And let's go ahead and get started. So I would consider this deck a Rider-Waite-Smith clone because the images are so similar, but this deck is gorgeous. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at these. You'll notice how similar the images are. And in this deck, there's a reflective, I'll try not to blind you too much, reflective gold. The edges are in gold, and then the numbering as well, and then a lot of the background detail, just to make the main image stand out more. Some of the images I think are a little more androgynous, like you can't tell. This could be a man or a woman. Same with the Fool. The Fool could be a man or a woman. The coloring is a little different. And for those of you that are tied to having a name on the card, this deck does not have the name, it just has the numbers. So you kind of have to be fairly familiar, or you just read intuitively and forget about the title and go from there. But again, some of the colors are a little different, but even the pose is very similar to this. And I would say, aside from the coloring, the image itself is fairly close. Although this looks like a little different religion than this one. There is a lot of nudity in this deck, and I didn't want to alter this deck, so I just put little censor buttons on them. This actually looks very female, whereas this one here could be a man or a woman. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same deck, just colored a little differently. Less vibrant coloring in this one. So it's pretty much the same deck, just colored a little differently. Very good artwork though. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Can you see all the background gold in that? I think it really adds to the dimension of the deck. Even though the back of the sky, you know, here, there's nothing going on here, just having a little bit of texture in the gold, it really just, I think it just adds a lot of energy to the deck that wasn't there before. I'm a huge fan of Rider-Waite-Smith, and I have to say that I love this deck. I can definitely see myself reading with it a lot. It's a little different. Just different perspective. That's pretty much exactly the same. It's different people performing the same tasks that they were. And I should show you, the back of this is not gilded at all, but the coloring and the fanciness of this fits right in with the other side of the deck. This guy definitely looks way more intimidating than this King of Swords. There you go. Thanks for stopping by.